Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. Last week we received news of the death or the promotion to glory of Pastor Paul David Yonggi Cho. He was the pastor of the largest individual church ever in church history, the Yodo Full Gospel Church in Seoul, Korea, a church that numbered over 700,000 members in one single congregation. I had the privilege back in 2010 of visiting that church. Janice and I had been in Asia. We were in Indonesia and Mongolia and China, and then on our way home we called in Seoul, Korea, and we went to the early morning prayer meeting, 6 a.m. in the morning, and there were 25,000 people gathered in prayer as they do every single morning in that church. We also had the opportunity to visit Prayer Mountain, the mountain that the church purchased, where people go and pray non-stop and book themselves into little chambers, really, little prayer chambers where they can pray for hours and sometimes days at a time. Now, of course, when Yonggi Cho was starting off his ministry, it was just after the Korean War. And he got an old US Army tent, and he basically began holding revival meetings. And the only model that he had for ministry was Billy Graham. So he tried to act like Billy Graham and speak like Billy Graham, a style of preaching that was very artificial for him. And he ended up having a nervous breakdown, ended up in hospital. And while he was in hospital, his wife organized some of the women of the church to go visiting the converts from the tent crusades and to keep discipling them in the faith. Well, when he got out of hospital, Yonggi Cho said to his wife, "It's okay, we can go back. You can tell the women to stop now. I'm back, I'm taking over again." And he had another nervous breakdown. And when he was in hospital, he really felt the word of the Lord speaking to him, saying, "You need to stop trying to be like Billy Graham. I've already got a Billy Graham. I don't need another one. I need you to be the person I created you to be." And he thought about this, and he realized how actually, while he'd been in hospital, some of the most effective things in his ministry had been happening through his wife and these other women that were going around visiting converts in their homes and getting some of them to pray together. From that, he developed a cell group system using both men and women in the church to minister to people in their homes and multiplying the work that God was doing. And that, together with a powerful emphasis on prayer, became the secret of the growth of the Yodo Full Gospel Church. You know, churches have many different ways of ministering, and just for churches, for example, in Ireland, trying to copy what a church does in Korea does not guarantee that they will have the same results. But what we do all need to be is we need to be the people that God created us to be. We need to stop trying to be like other people. We need to stop modeling ourselves and trying to be a carbon copy of somebody else that we admire. God has created only one of you, and you can do things for God that nobody else in this entire world can do, because he created you with an absolute unique mix of gifts and talents and callings. So I would encourage you today, live your life as the person God has created you to be for his glory, and he will do great things through you. Thank you for joining us today. Join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.